Sally watched the master of Felicitas fight the enemy, which command had informed her to be demons. She remembered listening to the priests talk about the gods and demons, and how the demons often signal the beginning of the overflow. Once she reached the gate, Sally was ordered to wait on top of the wall and make sure that those inside of the city didn't cause trouble. This was the first major event that Felicitas had to deal with, but the way the Master and Guardians handled the situation gave her reassurance. "I wish I could see the Master's face," Ashley sighed dreamily. "Did you see how he took on the demon's attack without moving?" Kim sounded amazed and awed. "Wait, they're retreating," Sally cut the chatter. Her team watched as the demon army seemed to fade away like the fog as the sun rose. "Why do you think they're retreating?" Kate asked. "Obviously because they're afraid of the Master," Ashley declared, punching and kicking the air. "Though the Master is powerful, I get the feeling that the demon's retreat is connected to something else," Sally voiced. Something about the way the leader of the group of demons was acting made it seem like he was planning something. Sally felt an odd resonance, and when she turned her head, she saw a massive object falling from the sky. The sky began to look as if an enormous wound had appeared as it became red like blood. "Sally, is it?" Kim asked her, with fear in her voice. "Command, I need confirmation. Reporting the start of the overflow." Sally spoke into the device. Her body felt tense after spotting something society had taught her to fear. Looking down, Sally was surprised to see her hands were trembling. "Team Leader Sally, we are processing your report and can confirm that the overflow has begun." The voice answered in its usual unemotional voice. Hearing the calm voice of command helped her to fight down the fear bubbling up inside of her. "Command, what are your orders?" she requested, sounding less frantic compared to before. "Your team will observe the city to prevent any mass panic. Stay calm and remember your training, Team Leader," Command reinforced. "Team 30 engaged," she acknowledged. "What about the overflow?" Kim asked her. The others looked similarly stressed. Turning towards them, Sally tried to sound confident. "Remember what our instructors said about being in a stressful situation? Concentrate on what we have the power to change. Felicitas was created by the Master, who is powerful. Command likely knows what can be done, so they appropriately assigned us to this task." She paused to let her words sink in. "Remember, we are training to search unexplored areas, where we will be in hostile environments, but I know we can do it." Her teammates looked more confident as they remembered their goal. "Team Leader," a voice called out to her. As her screen brightened to show the outside world, she felt herself groan in exhaustion. As her mind got up to speed, Sally remembered that her team was assigned to observe the city. They had slept on top of the wall in shifts. Command had informed her that the monsters would be reaching the city by today, preventing her from sleeping well. They were provided with sleeping aids, but she didn't like how they made her head feel fuzzy. "Status?" she groggily asked the team. "No sign of the monsters." Ashley's voice sounded awake, even with the decrease in sleep. "Patrol revealed no disturbances within the city," Kim reported. Everyone looked relaxed, considering everything, Team Leader, Kate chimed in. "Listening in on conversations, many are aware of what is happening. The funny thing is how relaxed they were as they talked about it." As she listened to the report, Sally found it also strange, but considered a likely scenario. With how easily the Master dispatched those demons, the residents likely feel reassured about the outcome. "I have been feeling a little better after I thought about it," Ashley agreed. Off in the distance, they could hear a rumbling noise. Sally turned her head and could see a cloud emerging over the horizon. "What is that?" Ashley looked toward Sally. Sally just stood and stared at the cloud. It was like something was at the tip of her tongue as she tried to connect the dots in her mind. Never before had she heard such a loud rumbling noise. Staring at the cloud and listening to the noise as it grew loud, vibrating her chest, Sally slowly felt her mouth opening as it dawned on her. "Command, reporting the arrival of the Overflow to Felicitas," she said, not realizing how quiet her voice was. "Your orders are to continue to monitor for any questionable activities," Command ordered. "Understood, Command," she responded, the familiarity bringing a sense of purpose. "Is that what I think it is?" Kate asked Sally. "Yes," Sally said. Her team watched as the cloud came closer, like a cloud of death with a single purpose. Out of the darkness could be seen the shape of horrific creatures. Compared to what they have trained against, these creatures were beyond their imagination. In the wave were creatures that were taller than most buildings. Each monster seemed to be created from the nightmares of all that live. Twisting and squirming tentacles grew out from many of the monsters. Horns and fangs spiked out of their mouths. The closer they came, the more horrific they appeared. "Team Leader," Kim asked her as they all stood their ground. "Team Leader, your orders," Ashley pleaded. Sally stood in front of them, as if sheltering them from what was coming for them with a single-minded focus. "Whether we live or die, I will hold with Felicitas and stay here. The place has given us everything while asking for nothing from us in return. I will understand if you all want to retreat, but I cannot." She stayed without any judgment in her voice. "Though we are frightened, we will not abandon you, Team Leader," Ashley voiced her feelings, with the others agreeing. "Then let us watch with both eyes open and have faith in the Master," Sally said. The Overflow rushed towards the city like a tidal wave. Everything shook to the rhythm of the monster's gait. There seemed to be an expectation as the monsters came closer to the walls. Sally watched as the monsters were only several hundred feet away when a rainbow of light flashed before her eyes. Her helmet quickly compensated for the light, allowing her to recover soon. What she saw shocked her. The monsters were piled on top of one another. The force of the wave was strong enough to press all of them in the front upwards when they ran into some type of barrier. "That is the same type of barrier that blocked the demon's attack," Kate shouted. "Command must have known that a barrier existed to prevent the Overflow from reaching us," Sally mentioned. Such an act only helped to reinforce her feelings towards the city and to see it as a beacon of hope.